Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warrior Stephen Curry explains why he savagely celebrated early versus Mavericks. Golden State Warriors superstar Stephen Curry explained why he brought back his iconic celebration in the team's 126-102 win over the Dallas Mavericks. The franchise had an emotional night, retiring Andre Iguodala's number, and they used that inspiration to take over the game from the start. Curry led the charge with 30 points on 12 of 20 shooting from the field as every starter scored in the double digits. And Steph did not hold back on Mavericks power forward P.J. Washington in the late third quarter. On February 12, Washington taunted Curry with his night-night celebration after Dallas' win over Golden State. Steph did not forget about that. In the post-game, while the greatest shooter of all time noted that was one of the reasons why he broke out the celebration at that time, Curry also detailed how this moment highlights his confidence right now. It's a reflection of that for sure, the night-night celebration. But I think with what we are doing right now, everybody playing with confidence and having fun, usually for me, you have a front-running type of team where things are going great. But you have to manifest that with joy and confidence, and then that feeds on itself. The night-night stuff is never really predictable, it's just whenever I'm feeling great. And you got to be good to do it. With the celebration of a former Finals MVP and four-time champion, the stakes were high for Steve Kerr's team today. And this group responded immediately and was up 33-18 by the end of the first quarter. Behind Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler was the next highest scorer on the team. The six-time put up 18 points on an efficient 5 of 9 from the field. Butler, who was traded to Golden State on February 7, has fit in like a glove in the Bay Area. The Warriors are 5-1 since his arrival and look like a rejuvenated team. Draymond Green showcased the belief this group has over the All-Star break, asserting Golden State will win the title this year. At 30-27, the Warriors are currently the number 9 seed in the Western Conference, with the 23rd best strength of schedule remaining. Still, this team has a long way to go to another title. But Stephen Curry and company look energized to begin that type of journey. And that could not be said about this collection of players a few weeks ago. The Warriors are a force to be reckoned with again. And with the face of the franchise breaking out his trademark celebration on Sunday, it looks like the best is yet to come this season. Cameras caught Klay Thompson's priceless reaction to Steph Curry's night-night shot. Steph Curry had some fun Sunday night at home against the Dallas Mavericks as he poured in 30 points and was able to sit out the entire fourth quarter of the Warriors' 126-102 win. The lasting image of his performance came at the end of the third quarter when he drilled a step-back three-pointer and then immediately hit his patented night-night celebration, which had some extra meaning behind it thanks to previous moves by Dallas' P.J. Washington. While the shot was vintage Curry, cameras caught Klay Thompson's reaction to it from the Mavericks bench, and it was some classic Klay Thompson as he sat there stone-faced and didn't even turn to look at his former teammate. Here's that moment, too good. The Warriors are now 30-27 on the year and sit in the 9th spot in the Western Conference. The Mavs, who are now 31-27, sit a half game ahead of Golden State in the 8th spot. The final week of February has yielded some great results when it comes to my best bets in the NBA, as 7 of the last 8 have hit heading into Monday night's action. There are a handful of teams playing the second night of a back-to-back tonight since 20 teams were in action on Sunday, but that's not stopping me from pocketing a couple props and a couple sides on February 24th. In fact, we're going back to the well with a Naz Reid prop after he easily hit the over against the Oklahoma City Thunder on Sunday, and now matches up with them again tonight. The Minnesota Timberwolves big man had a huge role on Sunday with Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert out, and he responded with 22 points and 11 rebounds in nearly 40 minutes of action in a loss to the Thunder. These teams will now play on the second night of a back-to-back in OKC, yet oddsmakers have dropped Reid's points and rebounds prop from 27.5 to 25.5. Sign me up. Over his last 10 games, all as a starter, Reed is averaging 20.1 points and 8.9 rebounds per game, clearing 25.5 points and rebounds in 8 of those matchups. He's also scored 22 or more points in 4 straight, making it extremely easy to pass this prop. If Gobert and Randle are out again, it's hard not to love Reed at this number against a Thunder team that ranks in the bottom half in the NBA in rebounding percentage this season. Portland Trail Blazers wing Toumani Camara has been one of the biggest bright spots for the team this season, and he's knocking down threes at a solid rate, shooting 37.2% from beyond the arc for the season. Camara has a huge role for the Blazers. He averages 32.3 minutes per game and has started every game he's played in, and he's knocked down multiple shots from deep in 5 of the last 9 games he's played in, shooting 50% from deep over that stretch. Monday features a great matchup for Camara and the Blazers, as they are facing a Utah Jazz team that ranks dead last in opponent three-pointers made per game, 14.6, and 19th in opponent three-point percentage, 36.0. Could Warriors add Giannis Antetokounmpo to extend dynasty? The Golden State Warriors have had a down season thus far, but they have been better as of late. Of course, their recent success has been due to the addition of Jimmy Butler at the deadline. Golden State acquired Butler at the deadline from the Miami Heat to pair another star player next to Stephen Curry to try and chase at least one more championship. While Butler has been a great fit for the Warriors thus far, they still have a ton of work to do to be a true contender. They are currently holding one of the final play-in spots in the Western Conference and may find it difficult to make a deep playoff run this season with the top of the West loaded with great teams. If the Warriors are unable to make a deep playoff run this season, they could look to acquire a superstar in the offseason, if he becomes available, to extend their dynasty. According to Bovada, the Warriors have the 7th best odds, plus 1,200, to land Giannis Antetokounmpo from the Milwaukee Bucks in the offseason. The New York Knicks are the favorite, plus 400, to land the superstar forward, and they are followed by the Brooklyn Nets, plus 450, and Miami Heat, plus 600. ESPN's Shams Charania reported on Thursday that Giannis would like to stay in Milwaukee, but if he does not see long-term success in the franchise's future, he could look elsewhere. Of course, the Warriors were one of the teams rumored in a potential trade for Giannis earlier this season when the Bucks had their terrible start. Since then, Milwaukee has been a much better team, but they have not looked like a true title contender. Because of this, Giannis could ask out in the offseason and the Warriors could be a potential landing spot. For Golden State to land Giannis, they would have to trade either Butler or Draymond Green due to salary reasons, but a duo of Giannis and Curry could help the Warriors extend their dynasty and win a few more championships before Curry hangs it up. And you fan? What do you think of Antetokounmpo's situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.